just got a sewing machine and you do not even know how to thread that thing. So let me show you a couple quick tips. Tip number 1, when you just get a sewing machine, meet your new best friend. It's called the manual. 2 things about your manual. Read it. I know that's boring, but you would be shocked at the number of things you can learn from this thing. Things that you probably didn't even know when you were buying the machine that this thing can do. It's amazing what you can find in a manual. Number 2, protect it. I keep mine in a giant Ziploc bag and I put it in a special spot in my sewing room where I keep all of my manuals that I know my children are not going to get into. You can find a lot of this stuff online, but that's obnoxious and you don't want to have to go and look for it when you're in the middle of a project. Just grab your manual. Within your manual, even the most basic questions are covered, and one of which being upper threading and lower threading on your machines. Before you do anything, look at your manual. My manual shows me step by step with a dotted line the guides that I need to follow to thread my machine. But bonus, this information is typically also on your machine. Tip number 1, when you are threading your machine, you always want to put your presser foot up. Do you see what just happened when I did that? This is your upper thread shutter. And if this thing is across, that means that your presser foot is down. So a lot of times when new sewists are trying to thread their machine, this presser foot will be down and they get stuck here because they can't figure out how to thread the machine, because to do so, this thing needs to be gone. Before you get all worked up in a tizzy, just put your presser foot up. What that's also doing is opening your tension discs so that the thread can move throughout the machine the way that it should. And then when you put your presser foot down, it engages your tension discs again, which tightens around your thread and moves it at the rate at which you have it preset for. On my machine, you can see that these are numbered, okay? I've got 2 sets of numbers. These black circled numbers are how I'm going to thread my machine to wind a bobbin, which is over here. So let me show you that real quick, and then I'll show you how to thread the machine. Load your thread onto the spool pin, and if you have a spool cap, I would engage it now. My machine comes with 3 sizes of spool caps. You can use whichever one is appropriate for the spool of thread you're using. In most manuals, they're going to tell you to put the spool cap on this way, but I actually like to turn it the opposite way. This side has that rounded edge, and I feel like it moves better when it's on there, but that's just my own personal opinion. You put it on however you want. The point of your spool cap is to keep any sort of divots that might be on your thread spool. Like sometimes they come with little like notches where it catches your thread where you can store it better, and things will get stuck on that as you're sewing. So the spool cap gives your machine and your thread room to move that thread out as it needs to. To thread the bobbin, I'm just going to go up around the number 1, back down under this metal part, back around, and you can see this is all laid out exactly the side that I need to load this on. I'm going to wrap it around. I'm going to make sure that it gets stuck under that little section. I load my thread through the little hole, turn it upside down, wrap it around a couple times, push it down on the pin, and then there's a cutter right here. You can see it's pointing to the cutter. So cut your thread, then you push the pin to the right, and that's what engages your bobbin winder. And all you have to do now is push the pedal and it's gonna wind your bobbin for you. When you're done winding your bobbin, you'll clip your thread, push it over and pull the bobbin out. And then it's time to thread the machine. Undo these little sections and let's start from scratch. First, I'm going to go up and around the number 1, back down. I'm following the solid lines for this, and then wind it around the back here. Then my arrow is telling me to come down under this little bar and back up. And you can barely see it, but there's an arm in there that's going to catch your thread. So you're going to want to push it all the way back and around. You'll feel that catching, and you can see that thread in there if you look extremely close at my machine. Once I have that down, I'm going to come back down. I'm going to put it behind this bar. On my machine, I have an automatic threader. I'm going to wrap my thread around this auto threader, and then I pull it up over here onto this cutter and cut it. Now it is preloaded to be able to go right through that needle. Let's see if it works. I'm going to push down on this right here. And it did. We are locked and loaded to be able to sew some stitches. See, that wasn't so bad. Look at those little cuties. Oh, all right. Now, one last thing before I go. When you are ready to take your thread out of the machine, it is so tempting to want to just pull this up and rip it out of there. And while you can do that, I do not recommend that you do that because thread tends to get linty. And if you're pulling that thread backwards through the process of what they actually want you to do forwards, there's a chance that you're going to get a lot of lint stuck in your machine, which will cause you to have to get servicing on the machine a lot more often than if you hadn't. So what I recommend is just take your scissors and snip that thread right here and just pull it straight out. That is threading your sewing machine in a nutshell. To recap, you want to become best friends with your sewing manual and keep it in a safe place where it is protected and you can refer to it as much as you need to as you're learning your machine. I cannot stress this enough. If your machine was manufactured in the last, 30 years, it's more than likely going to have these guides on the machine. So it just takes practice from there. And don't forget, you can Google most sewing machines and there is probably going to be a video for your specific machine. Mine is a Brother and Novus. The updated version of this is the Brother Pacesetter. So if you like this machine, you can certainly check it out. But every machine has its own way of being threaded and you just need to learn that and go with it. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for following along. If you are just beginning your sewing journey and you need a little bit of extra help, I'm your girl. I love to share quick tips and tricks on how to get started on your sewing journey, as well as longer form tutorials on my YouTube channel, which is also She Sews Seams. Thanks again for following along, and I'll see you next time.